Have you experienced the awesome power of the Panasonic Real 3DO system? Obviously.
Presenting 3DO, the most advanced home gaming system in the universe. It's time to put away your toys.
3DO from Panasonic, Gold Star, and Creative Labs. A new low price and free games.
Mind-blowing graphics of Panasonic Real 3DO.
3DO.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 3DO Experience, the 3DO Retrospective Podcast. We talk about all things 3DO, the company, the console, and everything in between. I am Bill, and this is Threk. How you doing, Threk?
I'm drowning, Bill. How are you?
I'm tired. I went to a convention over the weekend, and I saw a lot of people spend a lot of money. It was a time.
Was one of those people you?
Well, I mean, of course.
Just making sure. Mister, I don't have any money. And then the cons come, and it's like, oh, where did all his money go?
Yeah, I know. I mean, hey, I saved up. I actually budgeted for this convention for once. Like, I saved up for about 2 months.
Good for you. Good for you.
And I'm still like a little worried, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm drowning because when we hit October, there's going to be a 2-week period where I will not be on the show because I'm going to be out in Hawaii visiting family and doing Hawaii things. Like, we're literally going to go to like a luau and make leis and all that shit, right? So I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be busy doing that. But in the meantime, I'm trying to pump out some content before I leave. On top of 3DO, I'm trying to get 2 episodes of Frack Ops out before I leave. One of them should be out hopefully this week. I'm almost done with the script, so I'll probably finish it and start recording it probably the day this comes out. I'm going to be finishing up Expedition 33 with Rick fairly soon, the recording of that. And then if you could tell behind me, I'm playing Darksiders 2 for a special fine time thing. Nice. So I'm trying to get all of that done before I leave. It's not till the 7th, but it's probably going to, show up faster than I expect. So yeah, so I'm drowning in all this content. And if you can see by my little video thingy here, the Vikings lost last night or Sunday night. It was a rough looking game. JJ McCarthy is now out for 2 to 4 weeks due to an ankle injury. So we're starting Carson fucking Wentz. Ugh.
He's still around. Damn.
Yeah, he's still around. So yeah, no confidence in him. I mean, I'm gonna pick him to win every week regardless, but not a lot of confidence in him this week. But the trials and tribulations that come with sports. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, NASCAR world, we had the biggest clusterfuck of a race I've ever seen, so that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? Kozlowski finished 4th, didn't they?
Second. Like he was
second, yeah.
He was close. I thought he was going to get him for a minute there.
Yeah. and I even said, I was like, why is he trying this hard? Because like it's not like it matters anymore. And they're like, I think it's just for his ego, just so he gets a win. I'm like,
Win's
fair
a
enough.
win.
Yeah, for sure. But in the NASCAR world, it doesn't matter anymore. So I find it weird that when you hit this like chase thing or whatever, if you don't have enough points to actually qualify to do anything, I'm like, why are they even racing? What's the fucking point?
This is a reason why NASCAR fans are a miserable bunch of fucks who complain about everything because nobody is ever fucking happy about anything.
I'm not a NASCAR fan though.
No, I'm just saying as NASCAR fans in general, like they have been complaining about the playoffs for like 5 years now. And it's like just at the point where it's like, why don't we just go back to, what every other racing series does?
Which is what do they do, Bill? You tell me.
Season-long points. What NASCAR did before they did this playoff thing.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, most people are, but
because it's like if you're going to do like a playoffs, then only the teams that or the racers that qualify should be racing in the playoffs. That's the idea. Like when the NFL hits the playoffs, it's not like the fucking Cleveland Browns are going to be there for consolation points.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what does it matter?
I've brought this up many times. Like, the way the current NASCAR point system works is so fucking stupid. You could win the first 30. I think there's 33 races in a season. You could win the first 32 races, like every one of them, but lose the last one and not win the championship.
That makes no sense.
Exactly. The way the champions is decided is like literally a one race free for all 4 drivers is stupid. Like you can have like the perfect season and get fucked over in like Talladega and just
Then yeah, what does it matter?
it doesn't.
Just Mario Kart had it right. Mario Kart has it right with the point system. Just copy Mario Kart's point system.
IndyCar and F1 have a normal point system, and they've always had one, and it's like it works fine. It's all because one driver in 2003, one driver won the championship by only winning 1 race, but he was super consistent all year. And another driver won 8 races, but he like wrecked every other week, and he was like 4th in points, and people were all mad about that, and that's why we have this stupid system now.
I mean, I think you should award consistent play.
Yeah.
Call me fucking crazy.
Oh, it's funny. Like there was a very brief period where IndyCar was like, "What do you guys think of a playoff?" And all the fans were like, "No, like go away." Like,
I mean, again, if you want to do a playoff where it's like only half the racers are racing and it's like more intense or whatever, sure, I guess. I don't
well, if they want to do a true playoff, once it starts, they should just the top 16 that make it are the only ones that race.
Yeah,
it'd be the most boring fucking racing you'd ever watch. Because my god, but
yeah, and it's like if they're not going to do that because they know it's stupid, it's like, well, then isn't this whole thing stupid in the first place?
People have been complaining about it since its inception, and NASCAR refuses to say it's bad, and like they don't claim that's the reason why NASCAR's been failing since 2004. But it's besides the point. Sorry for my mini rant. I just did.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I mean, I'm not ranting about the Vikings this week because there's really no point in that. It's a whole thing. So I'll probably go on some rant eventually, but for now we'll be fine.
It's only game 2. I mean, we got time.
Oh, and that's the thing. I'm not panicking because he's still like a young quarterback. It's his second start. He didn't look great last week at all, or Sunday night against Falcons. He didn't look great at all. But it's growing pains, especially when like half of your offensive line is hurt. When you're on like your 3rd string tackle, there's only so much you can do, and then of course he gets hurt, and it's a whole thing. So it'll have lots of great quarterbacks have a bad first season. So yeah. I'm not worried about him. I think there are other things with the team that I'm more worried about than him. So
yeah,
but this isn't a Vikings cast, so we're not going to get into that. But before we get into the game today, we're going to talk about the news. Not a lot in terms of quantity, but of course there was that direct, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's clear out the other things first. Steve linked this in the Discord like a few minutes ago, and I just wanted to throw it in there because I think it's silly. And that's a Limited Run have announced the Nickelodeon Splat Pack, which is a collection of old Nickelodeon games, which I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that, right? Sure, there's some good ones you could pull from. The games they have chosen are Real Monsters from the SNES and Genesis, Rocco's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day. I think that was on the Super Nintendo only. And then the Nickelodeon Guts game from the Super Nintendo.
Sure.
I mean,
I don't remember any of those, but that's cool, I guess.
I've played the Guts game. It sucks. It's really bad. The other 2 I haven't played, so I can't say. And it's just like, sure. Because it was funny when like Steve brought it up. Hold on, let me find it where he linked it. Yeah, he said there is no God. He said as he hoped someone besides LRG picked this up. And then I'm like, no other company would do this shit.
Yeah. I mean, the Nickelodeon games are dumb anyways, because like the only universal one that like people love is Battle for Bikini Bottom, and that's already been remade. So.
Yeah, I think there's like you could do like a Rugrats game collection, like the Royal Ransom on PS1 or like whatever.
You could. They haven't aged well, but it would still be.
I know, but I feel like
nostalgic.
if you grabbed that era, like the PS1 or PS2 era of Nickelodeon games, and did a little compilation of them, like I think we'd be nostalgic enough to check them out, you know. But I'm like, who? Yeah, it's weird, especially when there's I'll say there was no Ren and Stimpy games in here.
Yeah, that's probably a licensing issue because Nickelodeon.
I guess because there were plenty of Ren and Stimpy games back then. I have a couple of them.
Yeah, I don't think Nickelodeon technically has that license anymore. It's a weird thing.
Oh, they don't.
I think Viacom does technically, or
But
Paramount.
Nickelodeon owns Viacom and Paramount. Or Viacom is the parent that owns like Paramount and Nickelodeon. It's all under Viacom.
I wonder if it's just a case of because the creator of that show is a little, I wonder if they want to just avoid that.
What? Say it, Bill. Say it with your chest.
He's a little sus. There's a lot of stuff.
I mean, anybody who makes Ren and Stimpy is going to be a little sus.
I've watched the adult party cartoon. That's all I needed to know about that man.
Yeah, that's fair. I forgot that even happened.
Every now and then I'll see a clip of like that scene of them chopping wood, and I'll just be like, okay, this was a thing.
Oh, he got Weinsteined. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot about shit. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's kind of my theory. I'm like, maybe they want to
fair enough.
that.
Yeah, now that I see it, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And like, but they weren't going to throw in, say, like SpongeBob Super Sponge or whatever for the PS1, because that's just like, it doesn't fit.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's not great, but like, it doesn't fit. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be against if they wanted to do more old SpongeBob games, but
I mean, I'd be all for a SpongeBob collection. I mean, like 50% of those games are good, but like
the GBA version of Battle for Bikini Bottom is pretty solid.
Yeah, I think they also made the GBA version of Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, which is better than the main game.
Oh yeah, I actually, the Revenge of the Flying Dutchman on GBA is like one of the first GBA games I ever played.
Nice.
So yeah, so and a while ago, I did beat I bought a copy on GBA and beat it, so I could say I beat one of my childhood games. So
you know a game I picked up recently that Nickelodeon based that like I was curious about, but I haven't touched in years just to see how it still was.
What's that?
Nicktoons Unite. What a Steam!
The Marvel Ultimate Alliance of the Nicktoons.
What a pile of garbage! Like,
I rented that back in the day and didn't feel much playing it.
It's so lifeless. I was like, maybe with friends it's okay, but I was
they did a sequel. What was it Nicktoons Battle for Volcano Island?
There's 3 sequels.
Well, I played the Volcano Island one as well. I remember it being better because they bothered to have theming.
Yeah.
So I think with Nicktoons Unite, there's like no theming at all. It's just like very plain. But Volcano Island, they bothered to like do something a little different with it.
Yeah, there was Volcano Island, there was Attack of the Toy Bots, and then by the 4th one
Toy Bots, yeah.
By the 4th one, they got rid of the Nicktoons Unite branding and just called it SpongeBob and Friends because they were like, yeah, we know who's the main cell here.
Yeah. And then it feels like they're. Do you think that Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny game is kind of like a spiritual successor to that?
Maybe.
Because that's coming out at the end of the month, and it's like some like Nicktoons like action RPG thing. It got announced somewhere, I forget. But I remember looking at it, I was like, maybe, whenever I see this shit, I go, maybe. I don't know who's buying that collector's edition, but that's definitely a game that like I'll put it on the wish list, and when it's like $5, I'll be like, sure,
yeah,
give it a try.
Like, the funny part about Nicktoons Unite was I forgot that the developer that made it is the same developer that made The Blob. And I was just like, damn, you made
The Blob's not bad.
Yeah, I'm like, they made a really fun, creative game, and then they made this. And I'm just like, okay.
Because I remember when like X-Men Legends came out, there was a couple of other games that tried to do that.
There was that
like
Marvel, not Marvel, that
Marvel Ultimate Alliance was the spiritual successor to that.
Yep.
But I remember Justice League Task Force.
Yeah, or
whatever.
It was on PS2, but I knew what you're talking about.
Yeah, but that didn't have 4, wasn't it? You just swap between Superman and Batman the whole time?
I don't remember. I haven't. I
Okay.
honestly played it once
But-
and forgot about it.
And also the Fantastic Four game based on the movie back then.
Yeah.
That was a clone of that as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There
If you
was
remember that.
that was an interesting period of gaming.
Yeah. X-Men Legends likes. Cuz I mean they're like action RPGs, I guess.
Yeah, I remember Legends 1 because you'd have this really fun
It's
team.
great.
Like,
I fucking love Legends.
see, yeah, my favorite was you'd have this like fun team, and then you'd have Iceman, and you'd be like, okay, the guy playing as Iceman, it's like you are on ice bridge duty. You make
Yeah.
ice bridges. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like more. It's somehow more demeaning than being the bucket bitch in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I've told the story before. Back in the day when my mom got everyone, me and my siblings, a PS2. My siblings got GTA's 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, and I got X-Men Legends. And looking back, I'm like, I think I got the best game of the bunch. Not to disrespect the PS2 trilogy of GTA, but like X-Men Legends has aged very well. Like if you have not played the Legends games, go play them. I think you'd be surprised. Like they're still like really solid. In some ways, I prefer 2, just because I think 2's I forget what the subtitle is for it, but it's Rise of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And what was cool about that game is the X-Men and the Brotherhood of Mutants unite, so you can like mix up your party even more and have all these like varying like degrees of like, oh, I could have a Juggernaut fighting with Wolverine and shit like that, which is great. And also I liked in those games, if you made specific combinations of 4, you would get like a little subtitle and you get a little bonus.
Yeah.
Which was always really cool, I'm just gonna start talking about these games. They're really good. Honestly, maybe. And then because I never beat them. I didn't beat either one. I know they're like fairly long, and I would just kind of get sucked into them. But like but yeah, they morphed into the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, which the first game, love the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It's a great game. I own it now on the 360 with all the DLC stuff.
Nice.
In fact, I remember I rented it back in the day, and I got to the end. Like I beat it, and it was at the end where it was showing you all the choices you made. The game crashed on me.
Oh.
So I never got the achievement for beating the game, but I did beat the game. Still butthurt about that. One of these days I will I'll get that up. And also that's where I discovered Moon Knight, but I digress. Anyways, yeah, there's that. Real quick. So Sonic Racing Crossworlds is coming out, right? We're excited for that. I probably won't be buying it till I get back, to be honest. Because if I buy it when it comes out, I won't really have time to play it. But Sega recently made a commercial for it, and it is an amazing commercial because it harkens back to the old. If you remember the old Genesis commercial about blast processing, where it's like the Super Nintendo doesn't. What is blast? And it's like the race car with Sonic and like Echo and shit. Yeah. Like, and Super NES has this, and it's Super Mario Kart, and it's this like slow thing.
Yeah,
they did that for this. They redid it to where there's like this like slower thing where it's like, oh, we all know that one car. It's like we all know that one kart racing game, but here's the new one. It's like an exact like clone. Of the blast processing. So you all honestly, when you make this episode, like you put a link to it in the description. People should go watch it. It's great. I love it.
Honestly, like I miss the era of slander commercials from game companies.
Yeah, like this one, it's not as slanderous as the other. It's more of like a friendly kind of jab.
Yeah, like a more lighthearted one.
Yeah.
Like the previous, nothing will ever beat the classic PlayStation commercial with Crash Bandicoot yelling at Nintendo offices.
Oh yeah, that was great. That is classic.
Just the old days back when no one cared and it was all fun and games.
Well, back when it was more genuinely competitive.
Yeah.
Whereas now I don't think it really is as much as it is now, or it is, but in like different ways. But yeah, it's it was great, and it ends with the old Sega Scream, which I think is now just part of Sega's. When they do the retro stuff, they'll bring back the Sega Scream.
I love
because now their new send off is like the Eye, with Sega in it, and you hear the dong, that kind of thing. But when they do retro stuff, they throw in the Sega Scream, which is great.
I love because they'll use the Sega Scream, or they'll use the Sega Chant every now and then.
Yeah, so good one on you, Sega. And yeah, I'm gonna spend $70 on this game because I'm fucking stupid.
Because we can't, because Sonic fans have no self-control.
I'm sorry. I can't help myself. Anyways, so before the Nintendo Direct, we need to talk about another showcase that I imagine everybody missed, but I watched it. It was the Acclaim showcase.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had it. They had it about a week ago, and they showed 9 games in it, and nothing really stuck out to me. Well,
sounds like Acclaim.
Well, I'm not good. Honestly, it just looks like a bunch of indie games that we're probably just going to release anyways, but Acclaim's just kind of throwing their name on it and maybe giving them some money to help, get it out the door or whatever, which is fine.
Yeah, this whole Acclaim revival is like one of the biggest, how do you do fellow kids moments for us?
Yeah.
You remember me?
If what modern Acclaim is just looking at various indie projects and thinking, oh yeah, we'll help get this out the door, and then it does, and then that helps the game out, sure. I wouldn't be surprised if this is what Acclaim's going to be doing. One of these indie games they releases becomes like a big hit. I wouldn't be surprised. And then Acclaim's back in the news again, where it's like, oh, they published this crazy indie game that's gaining a lot of traction right now. Should be cool.
It'd be really funny if they decided to just bring back the LJN logo.
What was funny was in their little opening scroll or whatever, they had like clips of NBA Jam and Turok and Mortal Kombat and all this stuff. And I'm like, are you guys allowed to use this? You don't own any of this.
I know. I was just like,
did they get permission, or was that just them being crazy? I don't know, but
they should have been. They should have been really brave and used Spirit of Speed.
Yeah. Well, they are. Well, one of the games is a basketball game called Basketball Classics, which is out on PC. It's coming to Switch. I mean, it looks more like an 8-bit or even 8-bit style basketball game. It doesn't look like NBA Jam at all, but sure, why not? The one game that caught my eye, I think I mentioned it before. It's called Pixel Washer. Where it says, step into the hooves of Pixel, a plucky pig armed with a powerful power washer tasked with cleaning up a messy town. Wielding your trusty washer, you'll spray your way through a variety of exciting challenges. It's Power Wash, sure. I'll probably check it out, just out of curiosity. There's another one called Grid Beat, which is this cyber dungeon crawler, but it's a rhythm-based thing, kind of like NeuroDancer. It looks kind of interesting. I will say nothing in this little showcase looked bad.
Yeah.
But is it anything I'm going to go out of my way to grab day one immediately? Probably not. Even Pixel Washer, if it's $10, I'll probably grab it. But anything more than that, I'll just wait for a sale. So
nice.
But yeah, that was that. Sure. Who knows? Maybe they have bigger plans in the works than we're expecting. Maybe they'll bring back Legends of Wrestling.
Maybe.
Which only me would actually be unironically kind of hyped to see that come back because I'm a freak. But speaking of freak, let's talk about the big thing, and that is the Nintendo Direct that happened on the 12th of September.
It happened.
It was an hour long, and we got a lot of announcements, and I think general reactions to this are mixed, I would say.
I saw a lot of mixed to just the biggest thing I got out of it was a lot of people just going, why?
Not necessarily why. I mean,
there's one thing. There's one thing where I got a lot of whys.
There's one big issue with this that I think it kind of clouds Nintendo as a whole right now, and why I think ever since the Switch 2 got properly announced, the vibes have been off with Nintendo, genuinely. But we'll get to that as we go. I won't go through every single announcement, but we'll cover probably a good chunk of them. The big thing was it's Mario's 40th. So they're like, oh, we're going to do all this Mario stuff, add stuff to the Nintendo Museum and a laser light show and sponsoring a marathon and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, where are the games? Like that's
all
cool.
stuff that gamers
Sure.
totally care about.
I mean,
Like,
sure, I'm fine. I mean, adding a bunch of like Mario development stuff to the Nintendo Museum is cool. Like that's like all that stuff is stuff that probably none of us have ever seen before. Like behind the scenes concept art of everything. Like that sounds awesome. I'd love to see that shit for sure. But the big things were they announced the next movie, which actually got leaked a couple days prior to it.
yeah, 'cause I remember sitting around and being like, "That's okay."
Yeah, but it's the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I think it makes sense to do a Galaxy movie considering Galaxy is one of the few Mario games that actually has story to it.
I saw a few people that were butthurt. They're skipping Sunshine. I'm like, what? Do we really need to do Sunshine? Like,
I mean, I'd be fine. I think Sunshine would be an interesting concept for a movie, but that they could do that later.
yeah, I was like,
Like,
I'm like,
there's nothing stopping Nintendo from doing a Sunshine movie later. Nothing
Yeah.
at all. They
I
could
mean,
do it later.
we still don't know whether a sequel will do well. Like, it might be like,
Will the next Mario movie do well? Listen to yourself, Bill.
you never know. I mean, some people might be over it.
Bro, people love Galaxy. People love Mario. When have people
True.
ever been over Mario?
True. I don't know. I'm a skeptic when it comes to movies.
I still haven't seen the first one, so I can't comment. Everyone has just said it's good, and I'm like, great. And I'm doing Galaxy. It's fine with me. Galaxy's great, right?
Yeah.
And then it gets capped with them re-releasing Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on Switch.
Yep.
I mean, it's great to see Galaxy 2 finally make the jump 5 years later after we're like, dude, what the fuck? Because I remember when 3D All-Stars came out. I don't think we met at that point, had we?
No, I don't even think I had a podcast yet.
Okay. But I remember when 3D All-Stars got announced, and I was excited for it because I was like, this is cool. I was like, it's kind of weird Galaxy 2 isn't there. But some people were like, Nintendo probably didn't want half the collection to be Mario Galaxy. And I'm like, sure, but everyone's going to bitch the Galaxy 2 isn't there. And I was right. Everyone bitched the Galaxy 2 wasn't there because it didn't make any sense. And then, of course, everybody complained about the price back then. But I thought at the time, I was like, $60 for 3 games, $20 a game. That's not bad value for money. Like, I was more pissed that it was a limited release. And I think,
they did it in the middle of fucking COVID, which didn't help either.
And it's one of the few games I like went and pre-ordered it. So they did the FOMO worked. And that was I went and pre-ordered a copy because I wasn't sure how many there would be. And I got it. And then we learned throughout that what year it was on the market that, they printed like a shit ton of copies. So you didn't have to worry about pre-ordering it. Like that whole year, I would go into like Best Buy or Walmart and it was right there. It was never sold out.
That's exactly what I did because that was mid-COVID.
Yep.
I wasn't going to Walmarts during that era. I went into GameStop. They had none. I was like, okay, whatever. They were like, you can pre-order. We can get it to you in like a month. And I was like, no, I'm good. And then I went over to the Best Buy across the street. And there was like 4 copies. I was like, yep. Okay.
Yeah. See, until recently, Best Buy used to be my go-to place for getting physical games, but they're getting rid of those now. So fuck them.
Yeah, now Best Buy sucks. There's like nothing in there.
I know they used to be so fucking great. I used to love going in there, but now I hate it.
Now I go in there and there's like 7 employees being like, "Can we help you?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." I'm like,
Yeah,
"You didn't hear the guy 2 feet away that I already said no."
Exactly, but anyways, but Galaxy 2 is here. And yeah, it's weird they're re-releasing Galaxy 1, but it doesn't have any NSO counterpart yet, so it's fine, right? But what I think got most people was the price, as I was hinting at. So the bundle of the two of them is $70, but if you want to buy them individually digitally, they are $40 a pop. Now, if you remember, I just said on 3D All-Stars, when that came out, that was $60, and Galaxy would essentially be $20. Now, I don't know what happened in the last 5 years to say Galaxy 1 has now doubled its value on a collection of less games. When I guarantee you the version of Galaxy 1 that is in this collection is the exact same one. Guaranteed. Because all the new stuff they were touting is in Galaxy 2. Like the new storybook and all that other stuff. It's going to be in the sequel. So And I remember I had said if it was $20 digitally, Galaxy 2, I would have hopped right on it.
This is,
and then people looked at the Wii U shop and they were $20 a pop on there.
Mhm. This is right up there with this is right up there with fucking Skyward Sword HD, which is more expensive than the fucking Wii version was when it came out
or
new.
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and all that stuff. But at least with Skyward Sword, they could make the argument that, like, they made a whole new control scheme for it and, did some other quality of life stuff to sort of.
Did they?
Originally Skyward Sword had to be motion controls only, but they gave you the regular controller option, which I think works just fine.
I don't think that's
I wish
$10, but
yeah, but also think about it. It hadn't really been re-released yet. So
I know. I don't like Skyward Sword in general, so I was
That's
just kind of
fair.
like, oh, you want me to pay more money?
But 60 was it was a little much, but again, it was like not that big a deal. But to me, I'm like both of these games being 70 together because I think we were so used to $60 that's like whatever, right?
During the Wii era, they were 50. Everything was 50 on the Wii.
Yeah, I remember. So, but now that we've crossed that bridge going into 70, especially with like the current economic conditions, it's just to me. Well, I did see one YouTube comment that basically said right now Nintendo's getting high on their own supply. And I think that's true. I think the incredible success of the Switch 1 has given them a bit of an inflated head to where they're like, we can get away with this. Because as I've said before, I said it about Mario Kart, I'll say it about this as well. The problem isn't necessarily that it's going to be 70 or $80 or whatever. The problem is Nintendo doesn't put their games on sale. They never lower the price. It's going to be that price basically forever. Right? Like, I never really bitch if like another company's new game is like 70 or $80 or whatever, because even if it's a bad price, it's like, yeah, but we know it'll go on sale eventually. But these don't. And that's the problem. Because you can't wait for a sale for these guys because they're not going to go on fucking sale. Unless the store decides to do it or, say you find a used copy. But say for me, I just want Galaxy 2. They're never going to do a digital sale to where that game's like $20. If they do a digital sale, it'll be like $33. And they're like, oh, we're giving you such a bargain.
Even like Sony at their most egomaniac during the PS4 success, they never were like this greedy.
No. I mean, I would argue Sony was their most big-headed leading up into the PS3.
Yeah, I mean, they had a little bit of it during the PS4 into PS5 because they were the top dogs at that point, but
for sure, yeah. But now they're just copying Microsoft. But anyways, but yeah, seeing this is just like, I don't like it.
My whole thought on it was, I still got my Wii copies and they both still work.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, I literally have a copy of Galaxy 2 right here. It's right here, and I can't remember what I paid for it, but I do not think it was $40 and complete.
Yep.
It's got everything in it and it's great. It's just, it would be nice to play Galaxy 2 again on the Switch, especially because if I'm going on a trip, right? And it's like, I'm going to take my Switch. Galaxy 2 would have been a great game to play on a trip. But not for $40, motherfucker.
No. I don't need to play Galaxy again that badly.
I play Galaxy 2 again. I haven't played it in a long time.
Well, if I play it again,
Galaxy 1, I did get the 120 stars a while ago and loved it. Galaxy 1 is so good.
See, I'm at the point where, like, because I saw the argument where someone was like, yeah, but it'll be in HD. I'm like, if I really want to play it in HD, I'll just plug my Wii U in.
And Dolphin. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Again, and all these people who just fucking go to bat for Nintendo. I
know. Nintendo homers are like worse.
They're the worst. They're the absolute worst.
Xbox and Sony homers are bad, but like Nintendo homers take it to a new level.
Again, they're all bad for their own specific reasons.
They are.
The Nintendo ones seem to be the most annoying, especially because like they'll shit on anything that isn't a Nintendo game. And it's like, guys, open your horizons a little bit. There's some other good games that aren't made by Nintendo. I promise you. And I've never been that guy because, as I said back in the day, I grew up with Nintendo and Sega, and I always preferred Sega.
Yeah.
So I've always had that kind of slant from the beginning. But anyways, we'll keep going. There's a new Mario Tennis coming out. Mario Tennis Fever.
Is Camelot making it?
I think so.
They haven't done a lot recently, so
my guess is they're making this. I mean, it looks fine. It looks better than the last one, which was better than the last one. So
yeah,
like Aces was fine. It like if you buy and play Mario Tennis Aces now, it's better than when it came out because they added a lot of stuff to it to really clean it up. And it's a shame they didn't bother doing that with golf because that was my assumption was, probably in like 2 years it'll be good. But then after a year, they're like, we're done. I'm like, no, do more, please. But still haven't bought it because of that. But yeah, Fever, I mean, looks fine. It's another Mario Tennis. I'm not paying $70 for it because I think it's 70. Like, fuck that. Also, with all this like disappointing Mario stuff, they should have just dropped Sunshine in the GameCube Classics.
Yeah, like
why not just be like, go play Sunshine right now? I've been like, that's the best announcement. Go play
Luigi's
that great
Mansion or something.
Yeah, fuck it. That would have been great. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're getting the Switch 2 edition of Mario Wonder, which includes like Bella Bell Park, which I think is just like a new area. Sure, probably not going to be worth the extra $20 or whatever it'll cost for that shit.
I'm still not high on that game, so
yeah, I need to sit down and like properly play through it start to finish, but yeah. And then the last Mario announcement, to me, I think this was them pushing it, was Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I find it weird that like they're like, this is in the Mario 40th anniversary, and it's a Yoshi game that doesn't have Mario in it. And it's another Yoshi game.
Am I the only one that's getting like Year of Luigi vibes from this? Like
it's very underwhelming. There wasn't really anything that blew me away. I mean, again, if Galaxy 1 and 2 were better priced, I'd be like, cool. But I would still say this whole thing's kind of underwhelming. But I think people have made the connection before. Nintendo cares more about the 5s than the 0s. Because remember, 5 years ago, we got Mario's 35th, and that was pretty good outside of the timed everything. But like Mario 35 was great. 3D All-Stars was great. We got the announcement of 3D World Bowser's Fury, which ended up being great. So they seem to care more about the 5 anniversaries than the 0 ones, which says to me next year for Zelda's anniversary, it's not going to be very good.
Which is funny because like Sega's like the opposite, where like the 5s are the ones that go bad.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was all the Mario stuff. I thought it was just kind of disappointing, because again, if they had just thrown in like, just go play Sunshine on GameCube Classics, I'd be like, that's a good thing. Go play. It's a great game. I'll vouch for Sunshine.
It's a great game. Just don't 100% it.
I never have because fuck the blue coins. Man.
Fuck a lot of things in that game.
Well, I tried. Maybe one of these days I'll give it a proper go. But like the blue coins, I'm like 7 shines short or something.
If you play it through just to get to the end, it is a perfectly fine, fun game. But if you try to get everything, holy shit, you'll be tearing your hair out because some of the shit in that game is infuriating.
At least like Galaxy going for all 120 is fun.
Oh yeah, because it's
like well worth your time.
There's no bullshit. Like there's no fucking Chuckster level. Fuck the Chuckster level.
Galaxy has its own bullshit, but not to the level of Sunshine's for sure. Let's see what else there's. Square Enix confirmed the release date of FF7 Remake Intergrade coming to Switch 2 and Xbox. I don't think it's. Somebody tried to say, that's coming to Switch 1 as well. I'm like, I don't think so. I think it's just Switch 2.
I'd like to see the Switch 1 try to run it. That'd be funny.
I think your Switch 1 would blow up.
I'd love to see like a Mortal Kombat 11 variant where they just make it look like shit, but it runs great. I love that port so much because it's the worst thing ever, but it plays amazing. Yeah,
I've seen the footage of that. But the FF7 Remake Intergrade, it's coming to Xbox and Switch January 22nd. So it just misses this year. They said this winter, so they're not wrong. And then they also and Square Enix also confirmed that the rest of the 7 trilogy is going to come to everything as well. So that Rebirth will be coming eventually, and then kind of hinting at the final chapter just being multi-plat day 1. But we'll cross that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, I mean, again, I do want to try the remake trilogy. I do.
They're good. I just don't like the story, but that's a me thing. That's not anyone else.
But I do, hopefully it's not crazy price, but we'll see. Metroid
good
Prime
for the
4.
Xbox guys.
Oh yeah. Metroid Prime 4 finally got its release date of December 4th.
Oh, nice. So this year.
Yeah, it's coming out this year. And the new thing they introduce is there's like open world motorbike sections.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture and I'm like,
sure, why not?
I love it.
Why not? Yeah, some people said it looked stupid. I'm like, I think it's fine.
I love stupid shit like that, so I'm all for it.
Why not? Prime 4 kind of needed something, its own little hook to differentiate itself from the other 3, so that's fine. It's still weird there's no Prime 2 or 3 remastered on Switch, because I would have bought those and played those.
I know. Or this at least gave us Trilogy, just as throw a bone.
It would be nice. Well, they already did Prime 1, so
fair.
But yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, the craziest announcement. There's good and bad, but it is Nintendo Switch Online Classics is getting a new console, a new experience, if you will. Virtual Boy. So on the one hand, I love this. I think this is great.
Preservation wise, yes.
I didn't think Nintendo would ever properly acknowledge the Virtual Boy ever again, because it was their worst selling console. In fact, I think it was Matt Piscatella came out and said the Virtual Boy never cleared 500,000 units.
I mean, it's not surprising.
Which is pretty bad. So to see Nintendo acknowledge it at all is insane. And then they showed the list of games that are coming in the future. They didn't really specify anything beyond that. It's cool. It's a bunch of North Americans, a couple Japanese only games in there.
The big one was Jack Brothers. That was the big
one. The first SMT game, the crossover in the States. Yeah, it's fine.
Also, just the fact that it'll be the first time people get to play it legally.
Yeah, for sure.
It's $100 dollars.
Because it has the Atlas name on it. But yeah, the selection of games they had, I thought was pretty good. Did they show Mario Clash in there? I don't think they did.
All right, I think Mario Clash was in there, but it was all
Mario Tennis, Virtual Boy Wario Land, Galactic Pinball. I think
Tower
3D
Boxer.
Tower Boxer, which is a great game. That's one of the best games in Virtual Boy.
Tower Boxer is the best game that actually takes advantage of the Virtual Boy.
Yes. I mean, Virtual Boy Wario Land is the best game on there, but
that's the best game, but it didn't have to be on the Virtual Boy.
No. It could have just been like a Game Boy game. It would have been solid. So yeah, seeing all that is really cool. I love that. And they even were like, oh, here's like a replica version of the Virtual Boy you can put in to play the games on. And I'm like, that's really cute. I like that.
And then you saw the price.
Well, two things. Again, $100, whatever. That's not the problem. The problem is they're requiring it. Now, I just say this to multiple people because they were like, there's no way that thing's required, right? And I'm like, they said it twice. You need it to play the games.
Also, the amount of people who did not pay attention to this segment, I'm not calling anyone out, but I saw some things where people were like, wow, that's a lot of games day one. I'm like, it says right there that these aren't getting all released at the same time.
I mean, it'd be nice if they dropped them all in there at once.
It would, but Nintendo's going to drip feed the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Where no one's going to give a shit by the time they get to the one. And I guarantee they're not even going to put the ones people want first because that's Nintendo.
I think the ones that'll be there day one are Wario Land, Galactic Pinball, and Mario's Tennis. I think those are the three that'll be there. I mean, Mario's Tennis is fine, and Galactic Pinball is fine. They're not bad games by any means.
No,
they're just nothing spectacular.
They exist.
Yeah, they exist. It's just the fact that they're requiring the use of the stand to play these games, which is so baffling to me. It's just Nintendo being like, well, back in the day, that's how you were supposed to do it, right? And it's like, just let us play the fucking games, dude. Why
Nintendo,
are you so weird about it?
You realize why the system failed, right?
You would think. See, again, that one comment about them being high on their own supply. This feels like it, you know?
And
And
also,
yes, they're making a cardboard variant that's $25. And I'll be honest, I will see if I can get the $25 cardboard variant out of pure curiosity. Because I'm like 25, sure. You know? And some people have considered, they're like, do you think Nintendo might actually in the future say, you know what, you don't need it?
maybe
It's a low percentage, but I think, I mean, the stand's gonna sell. Let's be fucking real here. The Virtual Boy stand, the scalpers are gonna buy it, and it's gonna go on eBay for like $300, and Nintendo's gonna be like, "Oh, we sold them. Who cares?" Right? Without actually looking at it. But I feel like they're probably gonna realize engagement on the Virtual Boy one's gonna be so low because of that requirement, that if they actually want people to fucking bother at all, they're like, you know what? You don't need it. You can just play. Like, imagine if the NES Nintendo Classics, you had to play with the NES controller. That'd be fucking stupid, wouldn't it?
My question is, with the cardboard one, how are they going to check that it's connected, or is there going to be like an electronic component that connects to the...
If I'm able to snag one, I'll let you know.
Because I'm curious about that.
Honestly, if I'm able to get one, I might make a little video on my YouTube channel showing it off.
The only
being like, here's what it is, here's how it works, blah 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 blah. I might do that if I'm able to get a hold of it. I did ask Nintendo to email me when it goes on pre-order because I want to try to grab one. So I'll let you know.
My whole reason why I'm curious about that, either or, the cardboard stand or the actual plastic thing, which I will admit is very cute, but
I mean, it's cool that it exists, but
it's cool,
it shouldn't be required. And it shouldn't be 100 isn't even the problem. It's just that it shouldn't be required.
Yeah. The only reason I'm curious is I want to know if the effect is really accurate, because I'm a psycho that owns a Virtual Boy and I've played around with it, and it is a weird experience. Like, it is something that you can only really experience playing one of those things. I want to see how much they actually emulate it.
I don't think there is. Because if I remember correctly, the Virtual Boy, like how it got the 3D effect was like due to the system itself, not necessarily like the eyeglass in it giving the 3D effect. It was like within the system.
Well, yeah,
where,
it's two mirrors.
You're seeing two separate screens basically. But like the Switch, they're not going to replicate that.
That's why I imagine.
Unless that's why they're requiring the stand.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious.
It might be like you dock it into the Virtual Boy and it turns on like Virtual Boy mode, so it like does the two screen thing, which is possible.
That's what I'm curious. But even still,
why can't you just give us a one screen mode? Because there are Virtual Boy emulators out there. There's one, I think it's called Red Viper. It's on the 3DS, and it's fan-fucking-tastic because it takes advantage of the 3DS's, glassless 3D, and you get the effect of the Virtual Boy games without it killing your face because it's not this close to your eyes, right?
Oh.
Because it's been said before, Nintendo fucked up not putting Virtual Boy games on the 3DS Virtual Console. It was the perfect console to do it for, but they didn't bother. Even though, had they done it, I think people have been like, fuck yeah. Because it made sense. Use the 3D for it, but they didn't bother. But somebody on the homebrew scene did, and it's great. And it's like, man, if Nintendo did this proper, we would have applauded them back then for it. We absolutely would have.
I will say, though, there are a lot of people who shit on the Virtual Boy who have never played one before, and it shows.
I mean, most of the games aren't great.
Well, it's not even that. I'm talking more about like the people who are like, you play it for 3 seconds and you get a headache. I'm like, yeah, if you don't set it properly, like there's a little dial and everything. Like,
I think it's like after. I think it warns you that like I think if you play more than like 30 to 60 minutes, you'll get a headache. I think it says in like the book, doesn't it?
It does, but that, believe it or not, I watched a whole documentary on the Virtual Boy. That was before they actually got the test results back. They panicked and just like plastered all these warnings over it because they didn't know. Like, to be fair, staring at a red and black screen super close to your eye, it's fair to make the assumption that it's going to fuck with your head. It is. I believe the test came back though, claiming obviously people are young and was still developing eyes. That's a different thing. But like for an average person with fully developed eyes, it actually had no negative effects. Like it was a very
But
interesting thing I read.
but their main demographic has always been kids.
True, although
So maybe that's why they threw it in there.
Well, it was strictly so they didn't get sued. Like that's exactly why.
Yeah, fair enough.
The whole story behind the Virtual Boy is very fascinating.
Oh yeah, the Virtual Boy was like the original idea for it was fascinating, but Nintendo was not willing to spend the money to actually make Gunpei Yokoi's idea a reality. And it flopped so hard that Yokoi took all the blame for it and left to go work for Bandai and make the Wonder Swan, which is actually a really cool handheld in its own right.
It is.
But it's like when I read everything, I'm like, it wasn't Yokoi's fault. He's had a really cool idea that was just way ahead of its time.
And I believe it's also a misconception that Nintendo blamed him for it. I believe they didn't. I believe
he took the blame.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Which is
always
that's a common thing in like I think Japanese business culture is that if something like that's a big failure, you know, people take the blame for it, kind of a thing. They're willing
because
to
he was planning on leaving before that. This was the Virtual
I've
Boy
heard
was
that.
like his last. Like he saw the idea and he was like, that could be cool. And that's the only reason he did it.
And I think the Virtual Boy conceptually could have been really cool, but it just wasn't. The tech wasn't there yet.
I mean, admittedly, the tech is kind of cool. It's just something that I'm like, yeah, at the time this was too early.
And I don't think anybody genuinely believed in it outside of Yoko.
No,
I don't really think anybody. They just humored him. I think Nintendo just humored him because he had done such good work for them.
The story goes,
like, hey, let's just see what happens.
The story goes is that during the pitch meeting, the people that brought the technology to Nintendo kind of like were doing their spiel, and apparently the head of Nintendo at the time, I forget his name, but he was one of the
Yamauchi.
Yamauchi. Apparently, he just straight up
kind of a dick. He's kind of a dickbag.
Yeah, no, he is. I mean, all the water was a breath of fresh air. That's the thing people don't know.
Water's like the only one who didn't completely suck.
Yeah. But apparently during the story is like Yamauchi just fell asleep at the table while they were doing the thing. And everyone was like, no, this is great. That means he has full confidence in everything. And it's like, what? Okay.
Whatever. But we're not going to go forever on the Virtual Boy thing. So, we'll see. Again, if I'm able to get the cardboard version, I'll let you all know. And I will most likely make a video of it detailing what it is and how it works. So I'm not going to spend $100 on that stand one. No, thank you. Let's see what else. Dunk on Bonanza got some paid DLC. It's like $20 and it's like maybe 2 hours of content. It's really weird. Let's see. The Pokemon's making Minecraft, so they're suing Pal World for ripping them off, but they can rip off Minecraft with a game called Pokopia, and it's fine. Interesting how that works.
Did you also see that Nintendo trademark thing that they're trying to do?
Yeah, I saw that. We won't get into it now.
Yeah,
I don't have all the details in front of me. Yeah, that's kind of gross. But yeah, seeing them rip off Minecraft, I'm like, wait, so you can do it? And because Microsoft doesn't give a shit, but like, whatever. Though honestly, Pokopia doesn't look bad.
I saw one look at that.
Like, I saw it. I'm like, the audience for this will love it.
I was like, I saw that. I went, I know many people in our community and my sister who will absolutely adore this game.
It reminds me a little bit of Dragon Quest Builders.
Yeah, I saw
which is a game that I need to play more of because I've put some time into it and I quite like it. I think I have both already.
Builders was literally just Minecraft with direction. Like that's really what it was.
Honestly, that was always my big issue with Minecraft is just give me something to do. Because if I just roam around and do nothing, I will get bored. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, ZA is getting paid DLC. This is modern Nintendo. They're catching up to modern trends, announcing DLC before the game's even out.
And they're doing it so fucking Nintendo, like, and it's like, god damn it.
Yeah, being really shitty about it. And then the other Nintendo announcement, but this is a good one. New Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
So I've been hearing forever, or for the last few years now, that there's a remake of Genealogy of the Holy War in the works, and that it's been done, and Nintendo is just finding a place to fit it in. And at this point, I am starting to cast a little bit of doubt on that because there's been many chances, many spots where it could have slotted in and been just fine. So the fact that now we're getting a brand new Fire Emblem That's not Engage, thank God.
Thank God.
It looks more like a proper follow up to Three Houses. In fact,
it looks like it's
like Koei Tecmo's helping out with it because Three Houses was Intelligent Systems and Koei Tecmo, right?
Three Houses was mostly Koei Tecmo, and Intelligent Systems kind of just came in and
Said it was good.
said, "We're like, do that, change that, everything else is fine."
Hey, whatever works. Because Three
Koei
Houses
Tecmo made arguably the best Fire Emblem game. I'm saying that right now.
That's fine. It's the only one I've played start to finish, so
that's fair.
Shows what I know.
mean,
but this new one, Fortune's Weave, looks great. I gotta say, the combination of Prime 4, this new Fire Emblem, and then Bonanza and all that, I'm getting to that point where I'm like, we're getting closer to justifying a Switch purchase, a Switch 2 buy. We're getting there.
The Fire Emblem is probably for me the one that's going to do it.
Yeah, Prime 4 is really the catalyst for me. Well. I think when I hit the end of this year into next year, I'll kind of see where I'm at and if I can justify buying it or not. Maybe I'll wait for the Fire because that Fire Emblem looks great. That looks really cool, so I'm excited for it.
I pay at Retro World. I paid fucking 150 for the fucking special edition of Three Houses because I was like,
I saw that
because I missed it as when it came out, and I was like, I need it.
And then outside of that, third party stuff, Hades 2 is getting a proper release date. Happy for the Hades 2 people. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, its digital release is October 30th. So you'll know what I'll be doing that day. Nice. There's that new Hyrule Warriors. Who gives a fuck?
Cool. If you like those games, that's good.
Sure. Danganronpa 2 is getting a remake.
Nice.
Sure. I mean, it gives me an excuse to play Danganronpa 1, which I will be doing very soon. But the two announcements that got me very excited were the remake of Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly coming next year. So Koei Tecmo, they have the Fatal Frame, like they own it now. They brought it back from Nintendo because when they did the Maiden of the Blackwater remaster re-release a couple years ago, I think it was Switch only for a little bit. And then when they bought the license, it went to everything else. And then when they did Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, that came to everything day one. So I think this Fatal Frame 2 remake is going to do the same. And that's exciting because I haven't played those other two Fatal Frames and I really want to. It's just the price has always been a little iffy. Like, it's not Nintendo bad, but it's just a little high for my taste. Fatal Frame 2, I might jump in because I think depending on the price, but I think even if it's say like $40, I'm like, that game is really good anyways. Like that's the best game in the series for a reason. And I played a bit of it long time ago. Like an ex-girlfriend of mine loved this game. She had it on PS2 and used to play it all the time. And I played it a bit as well. And I'm like, this game's really cool. So it'll give me an opportunity to sit down and give it a proper chance. So looking forward to that. But then the last one, I'm sure some people were going to ask me because of this guy back here. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. It is real. The Dragon Quest VII remake, the second remake, is real.
I'm all for it getting a remake. I'm just sitting here going like, I'm thinking back to like the early days, like back when I'm like, remember when 7 was the one that everyone hated? Like,
I mean, 7 is still, it's not the one everyone hates. I think 2's the one everyone hates, but like,
well, 2 now, but back in the day, like people hated 7 for some reason.
I think it's just because it's too long.
It's too long, and that opening. If
you're referring to the original PlayStation version, it's a fucking slog.
Well,
I put like,
to be fair, back when people hated it, that was the only version.
Yeah, like I've put time into it over the years, like a little bit here, a little bit there, and I see the greatness in there, but yeah, like it just so much padding. Like I think that's my issue with RPGs in general, is a lot of them just have so much padding that like it just gets in the way of like the core of the game, which is usually really fucking good. But it's like, can we just get to it, please? But I've played a good chunk of the 3DS remake and never beat it though. And it's really good. Like I like the new art style, the more kind of 3D style art they go for it, and they trim so much of the fat. Like the opening isn't 3 hours; it's like maybe an hour. Like they took like 100-hour game and cut it to like 60 hours.
Yeah.
There's still a bit of fluff, but it's not as bad. And from what I've heard from this new reimagined, they're trimming the fat even more.
Good.
My guess is they're probably going to the original script, like they've done with all the remakes. They're going to go to the original script, that giant script. Everyone's seen that picture before, and trimming it down even further, which I'm totally fine with. If they can get the game to about 40, 50 hours, I think it'll be perfect. So some people were complaining about the art style, saying it looked kind of weird. And yeah, it looks a little weird, but I think it's because they're using original Toriyama designs, but they're being done slightly differently.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, people glazing Toriyama because they love him so much, and I understand why. But honestly, I'm fine with Dragon Quest doing a little bit of different art now that Toriyama has passed. Because I think if they just try to copy him, it's going to come off kind of weird, and it won't be right anyway.
Is this the first thing since he passed that's come out?
I don't think so, because the Dragon Quest 3 remake, like, that art is not Toriyama art.
Okay.
That front cover is not Toriyama art at all.
It's probably going to take maybe like a few games for people to get over it. It's going to be one of those things.
Yeah, I think 11 was the last proper mainline game without him, or with him involved.
Yeah.
But then there was like Treasures, the last Monsters game has his art on there. But with the remake of 3 and also 1 and 2, you can tell the art is a little bit different. I think that might have been when he started having his health problems, and they kind of transitioned away, unfortunately. And 7 Reimagined looks like it's doing that, but I feel like it's trying to do it in a way that's still representing the original game, but doing it in a slightly new way. Again, I think it's fine. Some people kind of reactionary, like it looks like crap. I'm fine with it. I don't think it looks bad at all. So, and of course that's coming out February 5th. So you know what I'll be doing that day. Yeah. It's coming to all consoles and PC. So, I'll be the one guy who buys it physically on Xbox, and I'll have a great time. I look forward to it. And I mean, there was some other stuff in the direct, but who gives a... I mean, there was like the Kirby amiibos that are overpriced. Why is Kirby Air Riders getting a second fucking direct? Like Prime 4 can't get one. Fire Emblem could, but Prime 4 is not getting a direct at all, but they're doing 2 for Air Riders. That seems weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. I found this direct on the whole very disappointing. I mean, there's some good stuff in there. We highlighted it, but for the most part, again, the vibes are off. Something feels wrong to me with Nintendo.
Honestly,
and I'm confused. I'm confuzzled.
Yeah, honestly, the only thing I got generally hyped for, I'm not counting Prime 4 because we've known about that forever.
I didn't count it either. Oh yeah, Fire Emblem looks fucking great. I'm excited.
That was the one thing I got super hyped for, seeing, and then everything else I was there were some things I liked, and then other things I was just eh.
Yeah, because my first thought when I saw it was oh, maybe it's that Genealogy remake that I've been hearing forever about. But then I'm looking at it and I'm like, this looks way too good to just be a remake of that game.
And then we see all the little Three Houses things, and you're like, oh.
And I'm like, here we go. Yeah,
we're in this world again.
Yeah, so it's gonna be great. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you and me, we'll probably eventually buy a Switch 2. We'll probably have one by next year, I'd say. But yeah, just I don't know. The vibes are off. I found the direct very disappointing, which is a shame. Because to me, it's I think Nintendo really needed a good direct to kind of reinstill confidence in some of the consumer base over the Switch. In a lot of ways, I don't think they properly did. I mean, some people seem happy with it, and that's fine. But I think unless you only play on Switch 2, I don't see why you would say this is a great direct.
Yeah.
Because all the Resident Evil games are coming. Sure, I could play those on anything else. What does it matter? And yes, they're not cloud versions; they're native versions of Switch 2. That's a good thing. But you can play on anything. If you want to play it portably, you can play it on Steam Deck. You could have played it on Steam Deck this whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't want to keep going. We're in an hour already.
Yeah. Yeah, we went into this one being this one, there's not a lot. And it's I wish we
Well, I mean, that was the last news story I had. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
We got new Nintendo music. It's not a huge surprise. It was Mario Galaxy 2. I mean,
Yeah, which, not surprising. Galaxy 2 has great music,
it does.
so I'm just surprised they didn't paywall it. But yeah, this Galaxy 2 music, sure, it's a good soundtrack. Go listen to it.
Put the Three Houses soundtrack on there, damn it.
I'd be fine with that.
I know. I love
some
that.
good tunes in there. That battle theme in Three Houses is really good. But anyways, now on to everyone's gonna think we got like an hour plus out of NeuroDancer. We did not.
No. Well, thankfully now we have these wonderful captions that are auto-generated and they're hilarious.
Oh yes, I look forward to looking at the audio captions.
I've been looking through them for all the previous episodes that have them, and it's hilarious. Some of the stuff.
I haven't scrubbed back, but I probably should.
But yeah. So NeuroDancer, full title. 1 second here.
NeuroDancer Journey into the Neuronet.
This was one of
whatever
those
that means.
This was one of those moments where I was playing this on emulators. I'm not paying for a fucking physical of this. Fuck that.
No. I've said it before on previous episodes, but there's a local retro store by me that has a complete in-box copy of NeuroDancer Journey into the Neuronet, like really good quality. They're asking $400 for it. Yeah. And I at one point I said to him, I'm like, if you dropped it to 40, I'd buy it. And they laughed at me.
I mean, yeah.
And I said, well, I guess you're never going to sell that thing, are you?
Some weird gooner will buy it.
There's not even that much to goon here.
I know. Well,
so this is like weirdly a spiritual successor to the porn games episode that we did with Dre back on 69. Still one of my favorite episodes we've ever done. Just, the three of us bouncing off of all the weird shit that happened and everything is just great, right? Dre's a great guest.
Yes.
So, and we had mentioned that we missed this one because
it wasn't made by Vivid.
It wasn't made by like an actual pornography studio. So this was done by a company called Pixis Interactive.
Yes.
Which do you know anything about these people?
So fun. They don't have a Wikipedia page, so I had to go to our good friends over at Moby Games.
Yeah, shout out to Moby Games.
Actually, Pixis only published it. It was developed by Electric Dreams. They made one other game.
Do NeuroDancers dream of electric sheep?
So I love on Moby Games.
I'm sorry.
I love on Moby Games. They have 2 games listed, and next to NeuroDancer it says not safe for work, and I'm going like, no, not really, but okay. The only other game they've released is a game called Angel Devoid, Face of the Enemy.
Now that sounds great.
That cover is something.
Well, on Moby Games, they also have another game that's called Space Sirens: The Ultimate Sex Simulator.
That's a cover.
Hold on.
Pixis. Yeah, so Pixis actually made this one.
Wow.
They only published. So it's hilarious? I got the freaking enter my age to look at NeuroDancer, but this is fine. This one they had no problem. Okay, Moby Games.
It's clear it didn't bode well for them, did it?
Oh, it had a sequel too.
Oh hell yeah.
Which is even oh god, they made a game called Ultra Vixen. What the fuck is this?
It's an Ultra Vixen. What do you want me to tell you?
It's got 3D anime girl on it. Made by Akuma Studios.
That's why you got excited.
No, I'm just more like confused.
I'm always gonna give you shit for that.
Yes, I like anime.
Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing you. Anyways, so this game came out in 1994, year of my birth, and Wikipedia describes it as an adult action maze video game.
Which is, that's basically what it is.
So it starts, and there's like a woman stripping, sort of, And then there's like a weird cyberpunk looking dude watching on a screen, I think.
He's a hacker, and
Hacker man.
He's more of like a voyeur, I guess. A cyber voyeur,
Hacker voyeur. I mean,
I guess.
is it implying if you watch pornography on the internet, you're just a voyeur? We're not here to talk about those deep metaphorical things. So you're watching all this, and then you get to like the start screen or whatever, and it's like there's like something beeping over on the side, and you're pressing the buttons, going which button does anything, and then it's like, oh, here, and then you just like you can scroll through all kinds of videos, man.
The one with like the used car salesman is my favorite.
Used car salesman is good. I like the weather guy.
The weather guy is the most like that straight up looks like something me and my friends would have made on YouTube in like the early
yeah.
like,
and there's like footage that looks like they literally filmed it in the office. Like they just grabbed a couple of the devs and they're just like, hey, do this thing real quick. Like run around
weird
and do this
like
thing.
Square. Like I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Very confusing game. And then you get like profiles of these various girls.
There's 3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, whatever. I don't know. And then you find out you're just a robot. And once you're able to like do things, you're just kind of going through you're going through this maze, and you just go to various doors, and you're trying to like hack them or unlock them.
Yep.
To get to other screens to look at other shit.
Yep.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this fucking stupid crap?
It's a game. It's more of a game than any of the other porn games.
It is, but it's also like nothing.
It's also the least porny of them.
Yeah, like in a way, I don't think they knew what they were doing with this.
No, like literally, like the whole time I'm playing. This was one of those games where it was late at night. I was playing it. I'm literally sitting there going, like, what the fuck am I doing with my life right now? That was my thought while playing NeuroDancer. I was like, this is really my life now.
I've stopped questioning that when we play games for 3DO.
Some of them though, I get a laugh. This one, I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah, I was very confused. Yeah.
And then you start playing rock, paper, scissors with the girls.
I was going to say, it's not good when you're staring at boobs and you're like confused. And not even a half chub. Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what's going on?
Well, because like the whole thing is you go through the maze and you'll eventually get to play rock, paper, scissors with a girl. And eventually, if you do everything right, she does a little dance for you, a really bad dance. Like it's like, it's like I'm like,
I wasn't gonna say, they're not putting the dancer in NeuroDancer.
I'm like, oh, this is the selling point of the game, and it's bad. And I'm like, it's like there's 3 girls they hired for this. I'm sure they're wonderful people.
They might be like dancers or whatever, but like,
I hope they got paid. That's all I'm gonna say.
I hope so too.
But like basically they start out in like skimpy clothes, but they're not like naked or anything. No one gets full nude in this game. I don't think so.
You only ever see like boobs and butt. That's about it.
Yeah, and it's not even
it's about the same length as the Vivid ones, but like the Vivid ones, there's more like implied stuff that happens. Here there's like nothing like that at all.
Yeah, it's just like they dance really badly and take their clothes off, and it's like I'm just like who's this for? Like that's what I was like. I'm like there's nothing hot about this. This is just I'm just like watching this confused. Like,
yeah, and it's just like half the time I don't know where the fuck to go or what to do. The game doesn't. I mean, there might be direction in all of those videos the game gives you to watch, but like it never like tells you to go and like watch this one. This guy will like tell you what to do or anything like that. It's not Daedalus Encounter, where Daedalus Encounter does like a half decent job of guiding you on what to do.
Yeah.
This doesn't do anything like that. And
there's also like no story. It's just kind of, they give you this basic like, hey, hackers, cool, yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, dance. Like that's it.
Yeah, and it's like, why would a robot care about this?
Yeah, like, I'm like sitting the whole time. I'm like, you're not even like a brain in a jar, like in Daedalus. Like which was funny. Like,
Well,
this is
and there
just-
was like story behind that, you know? There was like they tried to like make it kind of cute, but here they do not bother at all.
no, I'm sitting here and I'm like, this was made for a certain demographic. And I don't even think it's effective at what it's made for.
The problem is it's a little pretentious.
Yeah. Like,
Because at least the Vivid games, they know what they are.
those were
the
dumb.
those Vivid
but, like,
products,
they knew they were dumb.
Mind Teaser knows exactly what it is. And it succeeds at that, for better or for worse.
And like,
Whereas
the
this is
Coven
like
was at least entertaining. Like this,
Yeah,
is
like-
just-
yeah, but this is like trying to be legit, quote unquote,
like,
and it
it's-
is not.
It's even worse when like the two most nothing of the Vivid games, the one like Endlessly and Sex, the one that's just called Sex. Those two are the most boring out of those ones because it's basically just erotica with no substance.
Yeah.
Even those have more to them than this.
Yeah. And I was hoping there'd be like something interesting here, but like even in like the titillation aspect, there just isn't, man.
The worst part is you can finish this.
I didn't get horny once.
No. Well, I mean, it's literally. I mean, I know we're just desensitized at this point because of the internet, but like,
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, like, I see more scrolling Reddit without even trying than
Hey,
this game offers.
Hey, those girls on OnlyFans are actually talking to me. They're not hiring people to do
They
that.
actually want to be my friend. I mean,
Yeah, they
I mean,
actually want to show me stuff as long as I pay them money.
the girl totally wasn't AI. I mean,
AI chatbot.
I know, right? But yeah, it's like, and the worst part is you can beat this game in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If that. And I'm just like thinking, I'm sitting there thinking, like, I mean, that's all some people need. I mean, but, you know what I mean. You know what the best is too,
including taking your pants off. It takes me about 18 minutes to take my pants off.
Yeah. You know what the funniest part was though? Like I was like really curious for like reviews on this, like to see what people had to say. So I go on YouTube, and of course there's one review. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, cool. I watched it. It wasn't a great review. No offense to the guy, but I was like, whatever.
What year was it?
Like 3 years ago.
No, fuck.
And
I was
don't know,
planning to give the guy a grab, be like, 2008. Whatever. Everyone's
No,
trying to just be the nerd.
I got more annoyed by the fact that one of the first things he says is like, it was released for the 3DO, but no one gives a shit about that. I'm just like sitting going like, okay.
I mean, he's right.
I
We're
know.
the only ones talking about it.
I know, but I'm not gonna mention the name. I don't want to throw him under the bus or anything. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know either. But if you're out there listening, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm
sure he's a nice guy.
I'm sure you're a great guy who doesn't do anything stupid, except that one thing you did. You know what you did.
He was reviewing this,
I know
and to be fair, like he wasn't wrong. It's kind of not great.
Yeah, it's not a good game, and it's not good masturbation folly. So what is this even for?
The funniest part was though, I was wondering how much of this game you'd actually be able to find on YouTube, and I'm like looking through. Aside from that review, there's like a few clips of like the Hacker Man, and like the advertisements. None of the actual like dances. I'm like, yeah, that I figured. Even though like borderline, you could probably get away with that on YouTube. Like I've seen worse.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. There's nothing really here.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Like, this is like definitely in that obscure half of like the 3DO library.
The obscure half.
Like, you know, it's
Or
great.
like obscure 2/3.
Yeah. You know, it's great. Also, I love that the compose. I mean, I did kind of like the music during the dance segments. That was
Sure, it's
about
fine.
It fit this like cyberpunk vibe they were
Man,
going for.
good job, Excalibur.
Excalibur. Yeah, I mostly wanted to bring that up because that's fun. I'm assuming that's a pseudonym, but
No, it probably was like the name of like some like music production company
oh, maybe
that you can hire to make music for games or like movies or TV or whatever. It's probably something like that. You know,
my favorite thing I noticed, you know, it's a great sign when like the Wikipedia page is basically barren. But
yeah, it says they were going to port it to Jaguar CD, and I'm like, could you imagine?
That's like, well, my favorite part too is it's like A port for the Atari Jaguar CD was in development, slated to be published by Pixis around the second quarter of '95. However, it was never released for unknown reasons. It's like, do we really need to say unknown reasons? Not the fact that the Jaguar CD was a colossal failure.
I mean,
Like,
it came out in the second half of 1995.
yeah, and it didn't last that long. And I'm just like sitting there going, like, unknown reasons. I think I know exactly why. Um,
Yeah. I think they were just trying to promise Atari. I think Atari was asking anybody to make stuff for that thing. And
The
people were
amount
like,
of-
yeah, sure. And then they're like, oh, never mind. Psych.
there's a significant amount of 3DO and Sega CD-esque games that were apparently at one point in development for that thing. So
I think they just thought that the CD add-on train would keep rolling. But, by the time the PlayStation came out, I think everyone was just like, okay,
yeah.
we're done. We're done with that.
What's funny though is like the gameplay section is so pathetically small. It literally says NeuroDancer is primarily a maze game with an action and adult elements played in the first person perspective.
Which isn't even that accurate.
No, it's really not.
There's not really any action. The adult elements are minute at best. Like it's you could probably turn on like
Duke Nukem
you
is
could
more
probably-
suggestive.
you could probably turn on cable and find more than this.
You can just go on Facebook. The amount of fucking garbage that's on there these days.
Amen to that.
I also love the reception section because it's literally 2 reviews, one for 3DO and one for Windows, and it just says Digital Press gave it a 3 out of 10, and PC Player gave it 23%, with the caption basically saying NeuroDancer Journey to the Neuronet received negative reception from critics since its release.
I found the Digital Press review. It is surprisingly lengthy.
Oh Lord.
Here's one of those gaming anomalies that pop up for just about every system once it's been around a year or more. It's the adult game geared at opportunistically taking advantage of both the rising video game market and the ever popular adult video market. Now, this is what I call capitalism. It is not, however, what I would call good gaming.
Fair.
Yeah. Is NeuroDancer entertaining? Depends on your point of view. More specifically, it all depends on how badly you need to see a naked woman. Well,
And
you
naked
gotta
in quotation marks.
You gotta
everybody.
you gotta keep looking. It ain't here. But I guess back then you had fewer options, or you had to
Look at the Sears catalog.
yeah, if you wanted to look at pornography, you had to jump through some hoops. Nowadays, not at all, which is a good thing, I'd say. More specifically, I consider myself very high on this list. I'm the kind of fellow who would watch a late movie on HBO because I was told the nude scenes were good. And yes, I'm the kind of fellow who would purchase a game like NeuroDancer, although it was heavily discounted due to the fall of the 3DO system because it has a pretty hot looking stripper on the cover. Much like those late movies, this game was a disappointment, naked women or no naked women. I mean, the lady on the front is not provocative in any way.
No.
And I don't know. I who's the lady who played Sonya Blade? Terry Hoskins or whatever? Hopkins or whatever. I find her a little more attractive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge Blondes fan, so I was kind of like,
Is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not that picky. And then they go on about it. They said, it's a surprisingly lengthy review. The NeuroDancer one, or the other one from what was the other one from? PC Player.
PC Player.
It's in German.
Oh.
So I got nothing. Don't even.
I'll read the description on Moby Games because it's amazing.
Oh, please do.
All right, so the description for Moby Games. Want to see some naked women? Then you are part of the target audience of this game. The premise, the Neuronet features 3 NeuroDancers who are eager to remove their clothes for you. But like in real life, they want to see credits for it. Okay. To earn these credits, you have to hack the Neuronet by solving a 3D maze. But when you achieve your goal, the interactivity doesn't stop. No, you can see a virtual hand and click her shirt off even faster.
This is literally an AI chatbot thing.
It's like just so stupid.
Oh my god. Like, I hate to say it, but like, Honey Pop has more going for it than this.
Yeah, I mean, Honey Pop has better gameplay and actual.
You have
if that's what you're into.
Honey Pop, you have to earn the awkward butthole placement.
Yes,
you have to earn it, and it's not easy. But yeah, again, this is stupid. Like, at least with like the porn, the Vivid stuff, when we did like who is this for, it's like at the very least it kind of gives you what you want.
yeah.
Right?
I mean,
if you have a 3DO and you just need to see some tits, you know, like bar, like, you know, figuring out how to, you know, go outside and talk to women and maybe they'll show you their tits for free, you know, barring that, if you just want to see some on your TV, you know, you have options. And I hate to say it on 3DO, you have options, but you have better options than this. I can't believe this is going to rank below the Vivid porn games.
this is gonna rank lower than sex.
Is this worse than the Doom port? I think it is. I you know what? I'm gonna make a declarative statement. I think we found the worst 3DO game.
Let me bring up our tier list for a minute. What did we have Doom at the bottom?
You put it there.
Did I?
Yeah.
I think I did that mostly as a slide to the creator. Well, not the creator.
It's a bad port. It's a bad port.
More the composer slash.
Well,
guy,
yeah.
He's
we all need to beat that into the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is worse. What else have we played that this is probably worse than?
See, I need to see the tier list, man.
I gotta find it. I don't know if I
did you post it in the Discord?
I did post it in the disc. Oh, here it is. Oh no, that's my Sonic tier list.
That's different. Which one would it be in?
Oh yeah, I did put Doom at the bottom. This would definitely be shit tier.
Was it in the archive?
I think it's under chat.
3D chat. Let me look at it. Ah, there it is. Yeah, you put Doom at the bottom. And again, declarative statement. I think NeuroDancer is worse than that.
Yeah, because at least there's a good game. Doom at least inherently is a good game. It's just a horrible port of a good game.
Yeah,
this is just
and all those
bad.
like Vivid porn things, like at least they do a better job of giving you what you want.
Oh, I forgot we put Cyberdillo in the middle of the porn games.
Well, because the ones that were better than it were like they had more interesting premises.
Yeah, the three. Oh yeah, I forgot about fat superstar models or whatever.
Supermodels Go Wild. Yeah, it was really bad.
Those three were just like
they were nothing.
Yeah,
they had nothing going for them, but they have more going for them than NeuroDancer, because NeuroDancer is a bad game. It fails at doing anything sort of adult or titillating. It's trying way too hard to be like have its like weird like you know thing, and it doesn't work. Like it doesn't control super well. It doesn't look great. There's just really nothing redeeming about this at all.
Yeah, like I don't even know. Like we had mentioned, like who was this for? Like what are they going for? And I'm like, the whole time I was playing this, I was just like, they thought they were cooking. Like they thought they were making something great.
Oh yeah, you can tell playing this game that they thought they had something special. And much like Bubsy 3D, it does not.
No.
And I'd hate to say it. I think I'd rather play Bubsy 3D than this.
Bubsy 3D, at least I knew they had like heart and like they.
Well, Bubsy 3D is a game.
Yeah. And we knew that studio would go on to do good things. It's just like this is like
terrible.
Yeah, I mean, must play. Okay, stay away. It's
stay away.
It's like this isn't even like a curiosity thing. If you're really curious, look at if you're curious, look at the Vivid games. At least you'll laugh.
We've said it before. Like if you're curious to any of the Vivid ones, just go Mind Teaser. Like it's actually a game.
Yeah, Mind Teaser.
There's something there, and I don't know. Mind Teaser has like a weird charm to it that the other ones don't. But also, like like Blonde Justice, The Coven, like like you're watching these and they're like, this is weird, but like you're kind of you're like, this is it has something.
See, that's like those are like up there with like you find those compilations on YouTube of like it's like the porn but with just the acting scenes, not the actual porn, which is sometimes more funny than the actual like product. Like it's more.
Oh yeah, especially the gay porn ones. Those are hilarious.
They're all, the acting's hilarious because it's
good.
So they think they're actually like top level actors sometimes.
No, they don't. They do not.
Some of those performances are great.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard it said before, like at the AVNs, the Adult Video Network Awards or whatever, if you win Best Actor, doesn't mean jack shit.
No.
No, you want to win Performer of the Year, which is different.
It's like, how many variations of this lady getting stuck in the washing machine are we going to see?
How many stepbrothers does this woman have?
Like, lady. I just love the image. I'm like, you just see her stuck in a trash can. It's like, wow. Like,
and you're like, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to fuck her out of it. Like, the setups are just so stupid.
I gotta warn my mom not to listen to this one.
Well, you know, in like 5 years, there's gonna be some weird new trendy thing in like porn that we're all gonna make jokes about. So,
probably.
And I wonder what that's gonna be. It'll be funny.
Yeah, but this one is no question. Stay the fuck away. Like this is
like we're past like a drummer's playing the Pornhub intro theme is haha. Like we're past that now because it's been overdone.
Yeah, this is just bad.
Yeah, this sucked. Yeah, and it's gonna be funny when people look at this episode and they're like, "You guys got an hour and a half out of that?" And it's like, "Nope."
And I'm gonna just
we complained about Nintendo more.
Look at the time. Look at the timestamps down below, and you'll see.
Yeah, seriously, look at the timestamps. Save yourself.
But
yeah, that was terrible. But I think on the plus side, we hit rock bottom. I legit don't think anything will play on 3DO will be worse than this. I could be setting myself up for failure. I could. But I feel confident in that I don't think anything we do on this show will be worse than this.
Yeah. Like, this was just kind of insulting to play. Like, it was like, this isn't even like, there isn't even like an entertainment value. This was just like, I was scratching my head the whole time being like, huh.
If I had paid $400 for this, I probably would have asked for my money back.
Yeah.
And it would have been a whole thing.
Yeah. That's why that's why I'm glad we have this podcast, because so we can tell those collectors, don't waste your money.
Well,
no matter how curious you are.
This is why I'm glad emulation exists, so we can try it.
Yeah. Or find the PC version. It's probably cheaper. Like,
yeah, it's probably my abandonware if you look hard enough.
Probably. I mean,
so, but yeah, fuck this game.
Yeah. And not even in the fun way.
No, those you could tell those women, if they are strippers, they are, because no grabby.
No. But anyways, so next week we'll be playing an actual game.
Was Flying Nightmares?
Flying Nightmares, which I found a physical copy of at Retro World. So
that's sick. Cool.
So we'll be playing that. The name is surprisingly not what when I actually booted it up, I was like, oh, this is not what I expected with this name, but
okay.
It's a game. So that's all we can say.
Well, now you got me curious.
It's gonna be you'll be whelmed. That's the best way I'll put it.
I mean, anything's better than this.
That is true. But yeah, so next week look out for Flying Nightmares.
Yeah, look out. They're flying.
Before we
your nightmares can fly.
Yeah, they sure can. Before we sign off, Threk Ops 4 is going to be hopefully this week.
It'll be out either Friday or Sunday. I'm just about done scripting it. I got to round out the script tomorrow, but I'll probably start recording it tomorrow and then get the work in, and hopefully it'll be out Friday. If it's not out Friday, it'll be out Sunday. So
Nice.
stay tuned. And then hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, Thrack Ops 5 should be out the 6th of October.
Nice.
That is the plan. And then yeah, that'll conclude the mainline World War II entries, and then we'll jump into Modern Warfare.
Nice. Looking forward to that. Modern Warfare is the one I'm curious about because I know
Yeah.
that's like the game for a lot of people.
It'll be an interesting episode for a couple reasons. I have some things planned for it already, so stay tuned.
Nice. But yeah, look out for those. And with that, everybody, once again, thank you for joining us on the 3DO Experience. So you can find the 3DO Experience on all the major podcasting platforms, particularly Apple Podcast and Spotify. And be sure to check us out on the Superpod Network, superpodnetwork.com. Awesome site where you can find a whole bunch of different blogs, videos, podcasts. The Bubsy blog is finally out. Be sure to check that out. You can see four guys all be upset about a game they played.
Yeah, that is out. We have set up, we're going to be doing Spooktober, where we're all going to be covering a spooky game for October. So check in on that. The fantasy critic draft in Superpod has finally been updated. Nave has come out of his hidey hole vacation. Well, he kind of needed a break, and has updated it finally. So who knows? We might even end up doing the Q2 update for it at some point, which would be nice. So stay tuned for that. I'm in 3rd place. Fuck, I was in 2nd for a little bit, but
Yeah.
who knows? Hopefully Keeper gets me back there, man. 'Cause I'm looking forward to that game.
Nice. And other than that, look forward to Geek Addict's 100th episode is coming up. Thrak joined us for that one.
Oh God,
So
that was a fucking fever dream, dude.
Yeah, we watched a bad movie and we talked about it. So you'll hear more about that.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, but it was weirdly entertaining to watch for the wrong reasons.
Only with you guys. If I'd done it by myself, I would have hated it.
I really wish we recorded the riff track because it honestly was more funny than the actual film.
It was literally so bad. I went to my letterbox and went like, what's like a good movie I haven't seen yet? Because I need a fucking good movie. And so I'm in the middle of watching Catch Me If You Can, which is a Spielberg movie from the early 2000s. It's pretty good.
Nice. But yeah, with that, everybody, once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all later.
Bye-bye.
If you're not playing on a 3DO system, what are you playing with?